Hello. The building over there is an abandoned Shari restaurant in Redmond, Oregon. And this time we'll be exploring the inside. So let's go for it. Shall we begin? Yeah, you can see the signages are still intact. I have seen those so many times. Here's the entrance to the building. Gonna teleport to get in right now. Voila, we're officially inside an abandoned Shari's. It's been a long time since I've been inside a vacant building. Anyway, this is the recipe you're seeing right now. This restaurant has 2 door entrances. Some other locations have 1 entrance, while others have 2. Every restaurant is different. Let's get into the lobby now. There, just a typical restaurant layout we have. Got a plaque on the wall. That was when Shari used to have better food and great service. Not anymore. It's literally so quiet in here. Crazy. Look at that frame. It looks like a miniature newspaper about the restaurant company. That's so cool. Feel free to pause the video to read the info. This is what the dining area looks like. Those previous systems of the register are still around. The bakery sign is hanging. That's insane. Anyway, I want to say this Shari opened back in 1997. Before that, this area was home to a different business in the early 90s. The structure was built like a house, according to historic aerials, but I still don't know what kind of tenant it had. If anyone from Redmond has been here for a few decades, please let me know what was here before. As far as you know, the original building got torn down at the end for Shari. I read an article that the restaurant closed in October 2024 to search for the remaining locations in Oregon shut down for good. About 20 people who work here had lost their jobs, according to a former employee. No way, there are sauces left behind as well. Bet they don't taste good anymore. When I checked Google Maps, I went back to November 2024 and saw that the Shari was dark inside. I initially thought the interior was cleared out completely when I peeked through an uncovered window because the unoccupied display case gave me that impression. When I got inside and saw all the things left behind in the building, I realized I had been wrong. It's true that some of the Shari had the exact solarium setup, and I thought it was pretty cool. This setup totally reminds me of Wendy's. Here's another lights booth too. There's an AC right above the ceiling. After 27 years in operation, the restaurant's interior is outdated and hasn't been renovated much, except they modified the carpet and did a little bit painting on the exterior of the building. I remember seeing those green boots from my local Shari back in the early days. I honestly prefer those older designs. I thought they were great and comforting. Mid to late 2000s, they were good. Holy moly, there's quite a lot of stuff going on over here. It made me wonder if the employees were planning to clean the place, but for some reason, it got stopped and left as is. I mean, the landlord wasn't probably happy about it. Not to mention, Shari wasn't paying bills like the rent and other expensive, which obviously leads to its downfall. The CEO and his executive team no longer care about the business itself, focusing instead on profits. It always seems to be private equity destroying what was once a good business. Were in a service passageway. Employees used to make coffee, get drinks, prep milkshakes, and bring food to the customers. I imagine they were doing their best to keep the business afloat when things started going bad before the end. The monitor was for the customer's order list. They are common in nearly every restaurant. Maybe this is an unrelated story, but I used to have a PhD teacher in middle school who lived in Salem, where I'm from. He worked with the school district in Salem from 2006 to 2018 and then moved to Redmond later that same year. Darn, no money in the cash drawer. Anyway, my old PhD teacher still lives here and is currently teaching at a high school in Redmond. So it's very likely that he, his wife, and his kids came to the Shari several times before he shut down. I don't know if they have ever been to the other 2 Sharis in Bend, which is about a 20-minute drive south. Here's a review of the kitchen, which we'll explore later. Shari first baked porridge to go. That is not true at all. They claim it's homemade, but really, pretty much everything was pre-packaged is from Cisco. Just like every other restaurant chain, they buy the same ingredients from Cisco, so no wonder the food tastes so similar. The spirit system is not on. Oh yes, there used to be an ATM there on the floor. It had something to do with the video poker server from the Oregon lottery. That's a really old school piece of carpet. We're gonna check the bathroom soon. First, let's check this janitor closet. Everything on the inside is empty. I thought there'd be some supplies left behind. Cafe rental system set up such as through a wall. I'm sure there used to be a vacuum here at one point. The bottom wall and floor tiles don't look clean at all. Too bad. Here's what the women's restroom signs looks like. Got an electronic door lock. We're in the women's room now. The wall tiles are definitely retro. I believe they're the originals from when this series opened in the late 90s. Here are the two sinks. There's no soap dispenser, but the soap bottle is still there. Cafe is totally busy right now. No water in the bowl. I've never seen this kind of setup. Normally, there will be a store wall in most other series bathrooms. Here's another toilet as well. That one has no water too. Toilet paper is intact. A baby changing station hook on the wall. In bed they're dirty. Moving on. Grabbing the paper towel to open the door handle. Here's what the men's bathroom signs look like. We're in already. Another winter wall tiles, so fascinating. For some reason, it gives me an 80s restroom vibe. There's your two sinks. Got a urinal here. Yet he still has the interesting wall set up, just like the women's room. Just one toilet we're seeing right now. No water in it. Now let's get out of the bathroom. Not seeing paper towel in the dispenser. Those bathroom doors used to have long wooden bar handles before they were replaced with electronic door locks. I guess they need to be replaced, possibly because non-customers for using the restaurant's bathrooms without buying anything. I mean, it does make sense. Here's another bathing station. I think the water has been turned off as well. The shelf at the bottom was for dirty dishes, I believe. Yet another PA system isn't working. I have noticed that almost every booth, table, and chair missing silverware, napkins, and stuff like that. Wish this interior was completely empty. That would have been wonderful. Anyway, since there are no more Sharis in Oregon, there are still a few locations left in other states, such as Washington, Idaho, and California. To this day, they're still struggling and understaffed. I don't know how long they'll last. It wouldn't surprise me if more locations close in 2026. Besides that, we're about to enter the former video poker room. Here's what it looks like. There are clusters of chairs over here. They look dirty to me. Got baby seats as well. You can see everything is all tucked away. Before the video poker service existed, this area used to have additional students. There would have been 3 more booths back then. I imagine there were a few picture frames on the wall too. Anyway, I think every Shari's in Oregon started offering gambling services in the early 2000s. If it weren't for those kinds of services, I think some of the restaurants would still be in operation, even if they weren't doing any better. Wonder what this is. Some kind of old small counter along with trash, I guess. Interesting. Wonder what's the future for these vacant Sharis. It could either be reused, be torn down, or stay empty for the upcoming years. What I would like to see is another restaurant taking over this spot. Redmond seems to be a small city, at least according to Google Maps, and it could use more restaurant options. Let's see this closet. There you go. Got a ladder here. Few things left in there. The ladder goes up to the attic and roof. Got a few Christmas ornaments and some blue bloom blocking the attic door. Everything seems unorganized. I would like to go up to the roof, but I don't have time, and it's kind of raining. Now it's time to go to the kitchen. Here we are. This section on the left side is the bakery department. That's where the pies for baking are obtained. The baker would have been responsible for preparing the pie and adding the toppings. And this was several years ago, until they stopped making pies and started buying most of them from Shari's or Leary's. You could literally buy the exact pie brand at a local grocery store. That's crazy. Get few trash cans on the floor. The ice machine and the blue bin are still here. That's the small looking ice machine ever. This is what the kitchen layer looks like. Literally tons of kitchenware, plates, and whatnot are well organized. Let's check the freezer room. No frozen packages so far. I'm thinking the food ingredients in the kitchen must have been thrown away after the grocery. Yet the fans are running. That's a total waste of electricity. Man, with all those things, this Shari could be open at any time. The kitchenware stuff seems clean. Better get that still later on. And that's another problem too. Got a sink here. We're gonna check those rooms soon. But the kitchen used to be so busy many years ago. It's in the past now. There's another freezer room we need to check. It's dark. Using my phone flashlight. Can pick the things from the shelf. Empty boxes as well. Weird. The freezer room smells weird and old. Let's head out. Never going back to that room again. Over there is where cooks used to prepare meals. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner foods were made countless times over the years. I imagine some of them were excellent, while others weren't. The doorway leads to the register we saw earlier. The waffle maker and bread toasting machines are filthy. Jesus, that's not good. The size of the kitchen is small and awkward. It's no wonder the majority of all Shari restaurants are so small. Those pans are in good shape. I'm sure those kitchen equipment are still working. Now let's check those small rooms over there. Got a window here. This one is the manager's room. Still a lot of stuff on the desk. The computer has been taken away. I bet there are a lot of sensitive papers. Yet there are several binders on the shelf along with the monitor. The monitor is likely the CCTV footage screen. There must be a Wi-Fi router somewhere on top. I don't know if they work or not. I would be surprised if it does. I tried using the Wi-Fi router at an abandoned Shari in South Salem when I got inside, and it actually worked. I do happen to have a video of that vacant Shari from a while back. If you haven't seen the footage, the link is in the description below. I bet the safe box inside doesn't contain money. There's a restaurant floor plan above the door. Very cool. I like seeing those kinds of stuff. I forgot to mention earlier that this is the employees break area. We're definitely in the Last of Us mode. Wow. Get a few Shari shots in a plastic bag. I would like the windows home with me, but they're dirty anyway. This room over here is where I store space. More and more things on the shelves. Unbelievable. The holiday decorations likely would have been up there. Their food ingredients and supplies could have easily been reused at another restaurant right after Shari's closed. The supplies should still be in good condition, but the food ingredients are likely a total loss. I have seen some abandoned Shari locations that were left with everything behind. Now every location is completely empty on the inside. There's a mini fridge in the kitchen. That's wild as heck. Wow. Speaking of the Shari and the others, I heard that they were running out of food ingredients from Cisco after they got surveyed with them months before the massive shutdown. The manager had to pay for groceries out of their own pockets to keep the business running. Here the kitchen's in a closet. Employees used to be able to mop the floor and whatnot. Here to find a room before we head to the exit. Must be some kind of water heater closet. Bet those machines are expensive and valuable. The pipe as well. There's a blue ladder on the right. And that'll be it. There is gonna wrap up the video. Make sure to like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you in your outside.